We'd like to thank our premium sponsor, Chem Medical, for sponsoring this episode of the ConCensis podcast, connecting face-to-face what we're looking forward to at CTUC 2023. If you're attending CTUC this year, please make sure to stop by their booth or visit www.chemmed.com for more information. Hello, everyone, and welcome to ConCensis, a podcast brought to you by Censis Technologies. I'm your host, Gabrielle, and today we're going to be speaking to our guests about what we need to know about CTUC 2023 this year, especially with it being the first in-person conference since 2019. So today on the podcast, we have Purnima, Allison, and Ijo. Welcome, everyone. We're glad to have you here.
Thanks, Gabby.
Happy to be here.
Thanks, Gabby.
Absolutely. So to start us off, ladies, just give us a brief introduction through each of you and just talk a little bit about your roles. Let's go ahead and start with Allison.
All right, sure. My name is Allison Flood. I am the VP of Customer Success and Service here at Censis. Previously, I had the opportunity to experience multiple roles in supply chain and sterile processing in a healthcare system in Southwest Florida. Pack operations, sterile processing, centralized purchasing. So just a little bit of everything. Now I am at Censis and couldn't be more excited about the opportunity to keep learning from all of our customers. I like to say that my role here is a little bit of head cat herder mixed with chief mischief maker. But ultimately I'm responsible for all client-facing activities post-sale. So implementations, client support through the life of your contract, as well as auxiliary services that we offer.
Thank you. And Ijo.
All right. My name is Ijo Chen. I am the VP of Product and Marketing at Censis. So I have spent most of my career in commercial and the product management roles, both in APAC and US, a little bit time in UK as well. So on day-to-day basis, I spend some time talking to customers, trying to understand their needs, their working environment, and how Censis can help, and then take those learnings back to our teams and work with our internal teams to develop and deliver new products and features that actually will help our customers to solve their biggest challenges. I love my job because it really creates connection with customers and also make sure that what Censis is doing actually makes a real impact on our customer life.
Thank you, Ijo. And Purnima.
Purnima Gopalakrishnan, President Censis. I've had about 12, 13 years in the dental industry, primarily product management, marketing, a stint in operations, as well as an opportunity to lead sales. In my role as the president, very high level, responsible for strategic planning, decision making, financial management, and also overseeing day-to-day operations. In a nutshell, a day looks like providing leadership to the executive team, engaging in driving results for our business in alignment with our strategic priorities and goals, advancing innovation, managing risks, and most importantly, removing barriers for our team. Also, while figuring out ways to infuse microdoses of fun.
Thank you, Purnima. So we're going to go ahead and start with you to start this podcast off. The reason we're all here, CTUC 2023. So can you tell us just a little bit about the purpose of Censis Technologies Users Conference and just why it's important to Censis and Censis clients?
Absolutely. So CTUC, which is our Censis Technologies Users Conference, is to sterile processing industry's only educational event that's truly focused on clinical training, developing and empowering our sterile processing technicians, the management within that department, and the perioperative leaders on our portfolio, our products, etc. More importantly, it's our annual celebration for our Censis customers to network with each other, learn from each other, and most importantly, connect with each other. This is important to not just me, but us as an organization and to our clients because it provides opportunities for our users to better their skills, learn new tips and tricks on how to use our software, and almost provide this dedicated time to learn from some of our key experts, industry leaders, on how to build a dream team and much more. Really excited to be back in person this year, connect with everyone face to face, and build some truly deep connections, both with our users and for our users with our team.
Well, Purnima, this is actually also your first time at CTUC. So what are you looking forward to, and what do you see as kind of CTUC's role in this vision for Censis?
Yeah, no, this is my first time. I've heard tons about how inspiring it has been to our customer base. I actually see CTUC playing a key role in advancing sterile processing innovation and reshaping perioperative efficiency and management. One of our mottos is that customer success inspires our innovation. At the conference, we see it as a huge opportunity for not only our users, but also for us at Censis to learn from real world experiences shared by our customers. These success stories provide some valuable insights into how Censis products have been effectively implemented to address specific challenges within the SPD department and the perioperative loop and achieve positive outcomes. It's also a very key moment for us because we believe in customer feedback and for the users to provide feedback directly to us, to Censis, about products, services, and their overall experiences. This feedback plays a pivotal role to continuously enhance our offerings and meet our customer needs. So I'm really excited to be there.
It sounds very exciting. Well, I'm going to turn this over to you next, Ijo. How is this year going to be different? Because this is actually, as I said, the first year you're all going to be back together in person since 2019. So how do you think this year is going to be a little bit different other than the obvious, getting all back together?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, as you said, we're very excited to be back in person after 3 years of doing, virtual events. And this connection and networking opportunities with other Censis users is something that you just cannot get through a screen. So we're super excited to bring back that element of CTUC this year. Well, plus we also have some really great speakers and that you will be able to connect with outside of their scheduled presentation times because they will all be there at the conference all 3 days as well. And we also have a great location this year, right in downtown Nashville. So you can explore all that the city has to offer. On Monday night, we actually also will have an event at the Country Music Hall of Fame, which is a really, really cool venue for our attendees to explore. And so I'm really excited about it.
Well, that's actually pretty cool. What can attendees expect in terms of the theme connection? I mean, how will that play throughout the conference?
Yeah, as Purnima touched on this a little bit, since this is going to be our first year back in person, we really try to bring this theme connect through in everything we're doing. So there will be times for our customers to connect with speakers and educators on the best practices and skills to help you level up how you are using our software. You will also be able to connect with your client managers on any questions you have with your specific instance of SensorTrack, ScopeTrack Advanced, LonaLink, etc., etc. And our product team, it will also be there for you to talk about new features and future innovations with. And we're all here to help you to explore the best features and functionalities in our software. But most importantly, there will be opportunities for you to connect with your peers to help drive those connections with people who can share knowledge and expertise from their department to yours.
Absolutely. It seems like there is plenty on the agenda to pick from in terms of people coming, a lot to look at. Well, Allison, we haven't forgotten about you. We're going to talk about continuing education opportunities right now. Just why is that important to continue providing education opportunities to Censis customers as well as the sterile processing industry as a whole?
Yeah. So key thing for me, you're never too old to stop learning or keep learning, right? Like that's the whole point of getting out of bed in the morning. But there's one thing you can count on in our industry, and that's constant change. New instrumentation, new processes, new compliance regulations. There's always something new to learn and something we need to stay on top of. So that's why we here at Censis keep striving to bring meaningful learning opportunities and best practices to our users so we can all stay up to speed and ahead of those changes.
So getting a little bit deeper into this, why is education important? I know you said it's always important to learn. I totally agree. I mean, you're never too old to keep learning something new. But how does education play a part in the Censis environment in terms of company culture or what you offer to your customers?
Yeah, so education is a huge part of what we do. We've got an entire team who's focused on continuing education. We know that knowledge is power, right? Especially in an industry with so much at stake, primarily our patient safety. And that's why we have that entire clinical team dedicated to helping our users make sure that they're leveraging the tracking system to its fullest extent, to make sure that they are audit proof and ready, to make sure that we drive high quality in everything that we do. It's also why we release education credits every month so our users can get and maintain their accreditation through HSPA or CBSPD. But by far, CTUC is our largest educational offering that we have every year, and it's a real differentiator for our clients and for me personally. I mean, where else can you get hands-on training from experts? And I don't get to often play around in the application anymore. So CTUC is as much fun for me to learn new tips and tricks as it is for our attendees.
Well, what sessions are you looking forward to most this year? And are there any that you would tell attendees to make sure not to miss?
I mean, I could probably run through the entire list and tell you one thing about every single one of them. The application specific sessions are super exciting to me because they're not things that I get to practice on a day-to-day basis. So I'm sure that I will learn something in every single one of those. But I do want to call out our sessions by Lindsay Brown and Robbie Miller. We've got Lindsay who will be helping us with the balance between quality and productivity and what's motivating us to make the right decisions. So that's super exciting for me. And then Robbie Miller, just the title is eye-catching. I've got 3 kids starting back at school this week. So Here, There, and Everywhere reminds me a little bit of Dr. Seuss. Funny things are everywhere, but more importantly, he's got 20 years of experience, right? Like, the fastest way to increase your knowledge and your skill set is to leverage those who have gone before and paved the way and have them make sure we don't have to make the same mistakes twice. But he's going to talk a lot about the essential elements of the SenseTrack application and strategic utilization of those to make sure that you have a high quality processing department.
Absolutely. And back to you, Ijo. I know that CTUC is going to be probably the place for new product debuts and just overall launches. So is there anything that you can tease about the new features that might be launching at the conference?
Yeah, so as Purnima mentioned earlier, we're a company that always focus on customer-led innovations. This is so essential to customer success and also Censis success in the past, and will continue to be essential and continue to be our focus going forward. And CTUC is a big deal for all these product launches. And we look forward to actually bringing our customers to see those new features and the products firsthand live at the event. And particularly this year, we will be announcing several exciting new features in our bread and butter product, CensiCheck, and also a few market-leading features for our ScopeCheck Advanced module to enable our customers to do their jobs easier and faster while meeting ever-evolving regulatory requirements.
Well, as we begin wrapping up the podcast here, this last question will be for all 3 of you ladies. All of you have mentioned this year, the theme for CTUC is Connect, correct? So what does the role of connection play in all of your everyday lives in terms of what you do at Censis? So let's go ahead and start with you, Purnima.
Yeah, absolutely. So at Censis, the role of connection, I would say, is very vital. As a company, building strong connections with our customers, our partners, our employees is at the core of our business, and I would say even the backbone of our success. Maintaining open lines of communication helps us understand the needs and expectations of our customers better, allows us to provide top-notch service and products. In addition, at Censis, we leverage technology to enhance connections through our products. Our solutions enable healthcare professionals to connect and share critical information seamlessly, improving both patient care and streamlining workflow in the SPD sterile processing departments. So in summary, whether it's our personal lives or at Censis, the role of connection is fundamental. It shapes our interactions, fosters growth, contributes to creating a positive and thriving environment in which we can all collectively achieve our objectives and make a meaningful impact.
And Ijo, what does the role of connection play in your everyday life and what you do at Censis?
My role and my team's day-to-day job essentially is a connector role. We cannot do our job without connecting with customers, without connecting with engineers, without connecting with our client managers. And essentially, this is so important for us to understand the world around us and how we can contribute to impact that. So connection is really an element of our day-to-day life and also an essential element for our success in future.
Absolutely. And Allison?
Connection. I mean, there's so much we could say. I think that probably what is most important to me this year, as far as CTUC and connection, this will be my first time attending as Team Censis, although I've had a few opportunities to attend as a customer. But I truly look forward to the time to bond like you only can in an in-person event with people, peers who have gone through and continue to go through similar experiences, and being able to share those perspectives, gain some empathy, build that rapport and that level of trust so that we can continue to make outsized impact in how we handle our business and handle our departments every single day. I truly cannot wait to see everybody, and I know I'll learn a little something from every single one of you.
Well, that wraps up the conversation for today. So a big thank you to Purnima, Ijo, and Allison for joining us on today's podcast to discuss CTUC 2023 and what to get excited for, which, spoiler alert, there is a lot. So it was a pleasure to have you all on the podcast.
Thanks, Gabby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. And as always, if you'd like to learn more, please visit Censis.com and look for this podcast wherever it is you get your podcasts at. I've been your host, Gabrielle. Thanks for tuning in.